chapter 4. Chapter 4. Okay, we did we did a lot last time, Baruch HaShem. So we continue and let's start reading and we'll go descend. So we go in with examples. So next example. Similarly, it is easier to return from the lack of desire to the. So we're talking about just to remind us, quick review. So we're talking about these character traits. And we say this extreme not good and that extreme also not good. So you have to go in the middle of the path. Right? That's the main idea. And sometimes to go like from one extreme to the middle. So just to go to the middle is not enough. You have to go a little extreme and then return to the middle. That's in summary what we said last time, but of course we said much more. Similarly, it is easier to return from a lack of desire to the median of restraint than to return from overindulgence to restraint. So from indulgence to restraint, of course it's hard. Like a person was doing I don't know, whatever he was doing, and now like control himself, it's a lot. But if he did not care so much and then start doing like a little, so that's much easier. It's very interesting. Therefore, we will instruct the overindulgent to repeat acts and show the lack of desire more frequently than it is necessary for a person who lacks desire. Okay. To perform acts of indulgence. Similarly, we will instruct the timid to act rashly more frequently than the rash to act timidly. Very interesting. And the ignoble to display the ostentation more frequently, that ostentatious must practice ignobility. This is an important principle with regard to the curing disorders within the character traits. Remember it. Okay, so let's maybe read one more time, and I'm really not going to go all of the examples because they're very similar, but let's try. So the main idea of this paragraph is like it's easier to start doing it, to whatever you did not do before or did not do enough, to then to stop doing it, to limit yourself, which is like logically understandable. But let's read one more time. Similarly, it is easier to return to the lack from the lack of desire. So lack is also not good. So some people think that these extremes are good. The extremes never good. So it's never good to always fast. Okay, Rambam fasted. That's Rambam or Rashi and others great sages. But for us, it's better not to fast. Eat normal and learn Torah. That's our approach. No craziness. Okay. Similarly, it is easier to return from a lack of desire to the median, restraint. Restraint meaning that I can eat, but only so much, for example, or I can do whatever activity up to so much. Then to return from overindulgence to restraint, right? To control itself, oneself, it's not so easy. Therefore, we will instruct the overindulgent to repeat the acts to show the lack of desire more frequently than necessary, right? For a person who lacks the desire. So who lacks the desire, he does not care so much, right? For him, it's not a challenge. But now that this overindulgent person, so he has to work much harder, right? And go to the other side, right? And as he repeats acts to show the lack of desire. And as we said last time, how you change the character traits. Character traits are connected to your habits, and you can affect your habits by repeating things. That's it. That's like a very, very simple formula that Rambam gives us, right? But you have to be persistent. Okay. So meaning if you decide to do that, do it no matter what, no matter the circumstances, and then you're going to be successful. Otherwise, if person do it from time to time, it's going to fail. Okay. So So necessary to perform the acts of desire, to perform act of indulgence. Okay. Similarly, we will instruct the timid to act rashly more frequently, right? Rashly more frequently, that rash to act timidly, right? Same idea. And ignoble to display ostentation more frequently, that ostentatious must practice ignobility. Okay. So that's exactly the same approach, right? So, but again, if you try to control yourself, the more you try, the more you think before you act, because you have to go against your nature, right? So you would be successful. Beezrat HaShem. Just remember, never give up. And if even if you fail, get up and continue. This is the important principle with regard to the current disorders within the character traits. Remember it. So Rambam says, remember it. Okay, continue. For this reason, the pious would not necessarily direct their character traits to the median, but rather would bend slightly to the direction of excess or deficiently as a safeguard. So, and we're going to see the commentary. For example, a person would deviate slightly from restraint to lack of desire, from assurance to rashness slightly, or from the modesty to ostentatiousness slightly, or from humility to the lowliness slightly. The same applies with regard to the other character traits. Our sages alluded to this in their emphasis on going beyond the measure of the law. So beyond the measure of the law. So the law is in the median, but he goes a little extra to the opposite side. Okay, so let's read one more time and we're going to explain. For this reason, pious would not necessarily direct his character traits to the median. Pious, okay. There is no Hebrew translation. I guess it's tzaddik. Pious. Okay. Just a second. Apologize. Rather would bend slightly to the direction of excess, of deficiency, as a safeguard, right? So meaning a little more to one side, meaning what? So he has like safety net. Even if he fails a little, so he's going to land in a middle anyway. So commentary says, see Hilchos Dios 1.5, but Rambam develops a similar concept. Both the pious and a person of undeveloped character deviate from the norm and tend to extreme. That's a minute issues, like in some sense, right? So a pious person wants to be pious. He goes to like deviate from the middle. So the right way to be in the middle. This pious person try to go like a little extra. Why? Right? Because he wants to do more and always to make sure that he is at least in the middle. But the undeveloped person, right? This bur, right? So he's like all the way to another extreme. So both of them are not exactly on the median, right? So but what is the difference, right? Of course, it's a big difference. The difference between them is that the deviation of the pious is carefully calculated, right? So some people, I heard it so many times, I want to be free, I want to do what I want. So, and these people who think they are free, they're not free. They're actually slaves of their desires. Whatever desires they control them, right? Free person is the definition of free person, the person who can say, no, I'm not going to do it. Slave has no right to say, I'm not going to do it. He's going to get beaten, right? By his master. But free person, no, I'm not going to do it. It's very interesting, right? So so when tzaddik, this righteous person, do like a little over, right? Deviate from median. It's carefully calculated. Why? Because he wants to make sure that he's on the right track, with intent to refining his personality. Right? That's his goal. An undeveloped person, by contrast, deviates out of whim, without thought, as a natural response to his fancies. Right? So that's, he, without any thinking, that's what he decided. That's what I'm going to do. Very interesting insight. So continue. For example, a person who deviates slightly from the restraint to lack, right? So restraint is a middle, right? Like meaning that you do, but whatever you need, no more. To lack, meaning to a little too extreme. From assurance to rashness, slightly, right? Or from modesty to ostentatiousness, slightly. So all of this deviation, as we said, slightly. So extremes never good, but slightly is okay. Or from humility to lowliness, slightly. So humility, you humble, you know your place, but lowly is also not good. It's very not good character trait to have. So you have to try to work on yourself. The same apply with regard to the other character traits, right? The character trait. Our sages alluded to this in their emphasis on going beyond the measure of the law. Right? That's what beyond the measure. The law is in the middle, and those people go beyond the measure of the law. But one more time, it's all calculated. So he has somebody, or he knows his strengths and weaknesses, and he knows that I have to do, even though I reach this median, I work on myself, but you know what? I don't trust myself. I go a little extreme.